everyone. Today what we are going to discuss is about setting up few fundamental things in AutoCAD, especially when you start drawing with 3D projections or 3D diagrams and all. So the moment you click on this AutoCAD, you can see the screen and then click on start drawing. After that, in order to set this workspace to a 3D, okay, you have to switch to 3D modeling. Okay, so initially few people might be having this thing as a default one, so you can see the ribbon actually changes here if you are setting it to drafting and annotation, but you have to set it to 3D modeling. Okay, once you set it to the 3D modeling, you can get the environment or the ribbon, okay, the top ribbon like this. So after that you have to set certain things. Okay, first thing is since you are drawing in 3D, so which angle projection you are supposed to make the diagrams should be made properly. So for that you have to enter a command called as view std. Okay, view std is the command. So that will take you to a window where you can actually visualize which angle projection. So here we can see the first angle projection. Click OK. So you can give a click OK. So when you are starting with the first angle projection, you have to start with making the diagrams. So for that you have to switch using this pane, you have to switch to a 3D space. Okay, this is how a 3D space look like. Okay, so after that you can start drawing, but before that I'll set the units. So you can set the units, click make it as millimeters. That is a very standard thing. After that you can start drawing your respective figures. For example, if I want to draw something like a cone or something, or maybe a box. Okay, so start, I'll draw a cylinder, then I'll show some different views of it. So first thing is, for a cylinder, the fundamental things, you can start this point anywhere. So I'm just starting it here. So make the 20 as the base diameter, and then the height as, let us say, 50. So you can get a cylinder like this. Okay, but since it is in 2D frame, you cannot visualize the exact thing, so you have to switch to shades of gray in order to find. So if you want to place this object anywhere, like somewhere in the space, okay, somewhere in the space, use move command, then select this object, find out any point. You can just select any point and you can just move it this way. Then how does different views look like? Okay, so first thing is, you have to find out which isometric you are choosing. Generally the by default it will be southwest isometric. So you can have the top view. So when you click on the top view, it will look something like this. Then after that, if you want to see the bottom view, it will shift to the bottom part. Okay, then the left side view. Okay, this is how the left side view look like. Then the right side view, it will look something like this. In cylinder you cannot differentiate much. Then I'll just choose some isometric which is southwest isometric. If you are getting this problem, you can just make sure that it is in the particular view. Okay, so in space the object would look something like this. Before you start with publishing it, okay, publishing it in the sense, before you start making a layout out of it, so you just click on base. Okay, the procedure is very simple. Click on base, model from space. Okay, in the latest version this model from space is directly present, so you can just select that, select this particular object, enter, like cylinder. So after you get this, okay, so click on this this part, that is your front view, enter, then the top view, then the side view, then the isometric. Okay, this is how it look like. Okay, so in order to increase the space, the workspace, so you can go to output, then page setup manager, then you can modify this. You can click on modify, because this is the current paper setup or the page setup. So this will help you Then click on this display when creating a new layout. This will be automatically displayed. So you can modify the current setup. So you can select the paper size, okay, where you want to plot. So paper size is generally A4, okay. So make sure that the scale, okay, the scale is in mm. The scale is in mm. Okay, don't change anything. So click on OK. Then here by default it will be at an A4. So you can move this thing anywhere for easy for doing all this stuff. So after this you can make some labeling on it. So in order to make the labeling, use the command text. Click on text, then specify 1 point, then the height is, let us say, 1.5 mm. Enter. The angle is 0. So you can start typing the thing. So if the size is way large, okay, make sure it is very short. So this is A dash, then something like B dash, then C dash, and something called as D dash. Okay, this is just for our understanding. You have an axial point which is O here, okay, which is O here. So you can just make O here. Then repeat the same thing with the same, the side view, which is A double dash, B double dash, C double dash, then D double dash, then that's all. Okay, so you can draw an axial line if you want, because since it is a cylinder, okay, you can draw an axial line. So that axial line is something like this. So you can find out the center point. From center point you can project this, okay, till the end, and modify the line properties. Okay, so the line type you can modify it here by double clicking it. Okay, since it is an axial line, okay, it's a hidden line, so you just modify whatever the possible thing it is. Okay, then give an enter. So similarly you can repeat the same thing for the rest. Okay, so that's all about the fundamentals of how to draw a 3D and then project it to layout. Thanks for watching.